What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Scream Kroos, and as you can tell, we're going to be doing Scream Trippier as well. But that's going to be a later on job. I thought, you know what, we'll bring you Kroos first as the higher rated player. And obviously everyone is back in packs. I know Kroos is the second squad, so he technically hasn't gone out of them, but we have got them for the next 2 days. So Ibra, Aguero, all of them good players in there are all back in packs. So that's something that, to be honest, EA have done phenomenal. I think these past 2 days, EA have done a marvellous job. I couldn't ask for better, and I think they're hopefully starting to listen. That is the major thing that we want. We want to see. Gameplay can be deceptive to certain people. I think some people really like it or find it at least better. Some people don't. That's all up for opinions and how it is. That's going to be a different video anyway. But Kroos today is going to be the focus. He's coming in at 270 to 280 on both consoles, depending on fluctuations, depending on weekend league times, reward times, all of that good stuff. I can imagine he probably will stay around about the same price now, maybe go down near the end depending on promo packs, and potentially go up out of packs. Whether the card is in that high demand area is a question that we'll see. I personally don't think a lot of people will be playing this card, but it's not a bad card. I think the 88 rating of him is 26.5k, and in general is a pile of dog. It's awful. You can't play with it. 45 pace in a game that is mainly paced meta. It doesn't work. From that version to this version, he's had a 11 upgrade on his physical, a 2 on his defending, dribbling, shooting and passing, and a 30 increase on his pace. I think that is the most increase we have ever seen in an upgrade of 2 ratings. From an 88 to a 90, he's had 30 pace added. That is sensational. Whether that shows how much pace is actually, or how much they break down a card, in fact, because if they can add almost 44, you're looking at about 50 something stats up, and it only gives him a 2 increase. That for me is a bit bizarre, but anyway, we won't go into that algorithm because that's going to be a headache and a half. But anyway, getting into the information on Kroos, he's a 3-star skiller and a 5-star weak foot, so that is a big bonus for Kroos. The skill moves, again, could be better. Dribbling wise, I think he isn't the known dribbler in the game. He's predominantly an excellent passer, and that's probably about it. Sometimes a long shot. That is basically Kroos' whole game. Incredible passing, a decent long shot on him, and really just holds it then. That's basically Kroos in a nutshell. And I think as he's getting older, we're seeing a lot of them. PK, again, with his Scream card is phenomenal, but normal card isn't usable. Kroos, even Modric to some extent is not as good as what he was. I think Modric is a little bit better than say Kroos is, but players like that, even the likes of Hummels, when the pace goes in a pace meta game, it's just not going to happen. We're not going to see them sort of players. We're going to be seeing the 80 plus pace, the 90 plus pace cards. That is really what's taken over this game. He is 6 foot, so relatively decent height for a midfielder, and he has got a medium balance. He's predominantly a central midfielder. He's not a cam, he's not a CDM. He is slap bang in the middle, and we are losing them sort of midfielders nowadays. Apart from someone like Pogba, or even, I suppose Conte is more of a CDM. You could play him as a CM, but you see a lot of the cam and CDM roles. You don't really see a excellent CM anymore. And obviously I'm taking icons out of the equation for this, but players who play now, it's very rare to find a world class CM. Obviously there's some very good ones, but as it comes to Kroos' prime, Modric's prime, even though he won Ballon d'Or last year, but players like that, we don't see them. Looking at his stats then, so we have got 75 pace, he's got 83 acceleration and 68 sprint speed, which is a bit of a problem sometimes when it comes to trying to get away from defenders or away from anyone in the midfield. he hasn't got that good getaway, and that is a bit of an issue. The only thing that I can think that really combats this is the fact that he has 92 passing, and that is an extraordinary stat on him. He has 93 short pass, 94 long pass, 90 vision, 89 crossing, and 87 curve. And I think that's the one thing with Kroos, is he is very good at that one-touch passing, really good at picking a ball out, and really good at passing before the defender manages to get that interception, manages to get that kind of tackle or put that press on you. And that's something that Kroos does really, really well. Even under pressure, his passing, I believe, was actually quite decent, mainly because he does have 90 composure as well. That adds to the card incredibly. Again, another stat that would balance on top of that is he has got 91 ball control. So you can see all the stats are adding up to a very good passing card. Not someone who's going to run at the defenders. He's going to dribble, he's going to do the skill moves, he's going to do all this and that. He's very good at passing. So if you've got players running off Kroos, that is his deadly zone basically. It's someone making that forward run, even if you had two of them. It's making that run to put that position so Kroos can do it. And I think that is where he is deadly. Apart from that, he doesn't have a lot going for him. His strength is decent. I think it's okay enough. Stamina, again, decent enough. Jumping and heading, I didn't really notice him making much heads in the game. To be honest, heading is kind of that. It's just a dying art at the minute with this FIFA. I think it's good when it's going against you, obviously, when you're heading with a defender. That is perfectly fine. But again, going forward, you don't really see much of it. He did score a few goals for me as well, as you'll see in some of the clips. I think he scored more of a rebound goals more than anything. I don't think he really had a major goal. A lot of shots, a lot of dribbling, a lot of passing. Overall, I was somewhat happy with him. I thought he was okay. Would I say he's worth 270k? Absolutely not. You could literally, it depends on what you want though. If you wanted a CDM, I'd wait 100k more, if that, for a Conte. If you want a cam player, Firmino is, I think, about 80k at the minute because of the Scream card. Miles better. If you want a central midfielder, I think personally Wijnaldum is a great CM. I think he definitely does the work. De Jong is a nice CDM/CM. I think more of a CDM though. But Kroos for me, 275k, is he worth that upgrade? Probably not. I probably would go for someone else. If you literally get 100k more, you're either looking at a top tier player. Mane's 300 something k. Aguero, I don't think is too far off. I don't know his price anymore. But then you've got like Pogba's 300 something k. Kante's there. Even Royce is there as a cam. Personally, I think you're better off with someone else. Someone else that's going to cost that little bit less of your money. And especially when it comes to Kroos, I don't know. I didn't find him to be majorly useful. I was struggling to kind of make them assist from him, kind of forcing that ball upon him, and that's something I don't like with my midfielders especially. I want them to pick up the ball up naturally, run with it, or either play it, whatever they need to do, but it needs to be natural. And I think Kroos was very forced in this review. So for me, I liked him as a card, and I can appreciate all of his upgrades, but for me, I don't think he's a usable player massively. That being said, I believe he is better than Rakitic. I think Rakitic in this game is a complete SBC player. I don't see him making any teams unless he had some serious upgrades with informs or special cards. I do think Modric is better than Kroos though. As a central midfielder, I think Modric has a little bit more on the meta of the game than Kroos does. Mainly because obviously he is smaller, so he's got that little bit better dribbling in my eyes. Stats wise, he's got 90 dribbling, so you can argue that he's going to be good at that. Passing wise is 89 for Modric. Again, another fantastic stat. You could even then whack a chem style on him just to get that pace above 74. And then obviously the shooting is 76, 72 defending. Again, I believe Modric is really good in comparison to Kroos. And plus, Modric is only 60 to 67k on both consoles, so you're already getting him for 200k cheaper than Kroos. And he has them better stats when it comes to an all-round midfielder. I think personally Kroos has better passing, one better pace on the base card, better shooting, not better defending, and then I think a little bit better on the physical. But overall, I think Modric is better. I'm giving him a 5 out of 10 for value for coins. I think bang average, what I'm going to say. He is a Screams card, so he is a special. So some people just love the specials and will do anything for one. That is something that obviously will go in his favour and I can't argue with. 6 out of 10 for FUT Champs. I think if you're going for a very budgeted team, even though Kroos is quite a lot, if you've packed him, got him untradeable, I think he can work. He can definitely work in the team, but is he going to give you the best results? I'm probably saying no there. I could see him being a super sub as maybe a holding midfielder. Maybe you've got a red card, maybe you've got a yellow, or you just need someone who's going to just pass it down the wings. You want to waste time. Kroos is your man for that. And overall, I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. I think he's okay, but bang average for me. I personally didn't rate him highly, and hopefully we do see another version of him, maybe a higher rated version. I think if there was to do an inform, he would be an 89, which I'm hoping they aren't, but I could 100% see it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe down below. We are so close to 4K. We've absolutely smashed it last night. It has been incredible seeing that sub count go up, all the new subscribers. If you have made it this far, bless you all. Hope you have a good day. Make sure you win them FUT Champs games, and I'll see you all for the next one.